Yellow. Some of you can probably tell I'm bored. I don't want people to ask me things. Anyway, how are we all doing today? Just a sec, I'm going to post this on Twitter. Copy. Favorite British Railway diesel? Not too sure on that. I like. It's Derek. That's the Class 17. I like the aesthetic of those diesels, even though they were bad designs in real life. Opinion on the Class 24s? I'll have to look that up. 24 diesel locomotives. Oh. Not too sure what to think about these dudes. They look cool. Also, really useful Trackmaster fan if you want to follow my active channel or actually upload my proper content. Link is in the description if you want to sub to that. I know, shameless plug. I'm a sellout. Well, these Class 24s, they look cool. I like the look of them. Ooh, Sluzler. Solzer Type 2. Actually, quite a lot to read about them, actually. Going by the looks of this here. Okay, we got 2 people watching. Hello, random strangers. May invite some people. Copy to clipboard. Let's send some links out. Let's see. I'll invite some people I know. I know some big people. No, I don't know anyone that's. Well, I know a few popular people in the fandom. But no one too massive. Anyway, so if you're wondering how I'm bored, I'm at my grandmother's for the last 3 days and stuck here till like 5 p.m. tomorrow, and I just figured, oh, I'll do a stream. Maybe people will ask me things that will interest me. What I've done over these past 3 days is I've watched season 5, I've watched season 4, and today I watched season 3. What up, you German?
Not much. I just finally finished after like what 12 hours. I finally finished downloading all the new trains shit.
Oh my god! Don't you have to like pay for like a decent uploading speed?
That has nothing to do with it. It's just It's just that trains takes a long ass time to download. Stuff.
Have you got all of
I
it?
mean
or-
to install because of how fucking big the file sizes are.
I imagine Murdoch's like a really big one.
Yep, and actually every one of them is a big ass file because every model comes with a shit ton of variation.
Yeah, I can imagine that because like doesn't that Great Discovery Thomas have like three variants along with like 40 faces?
Every Gorn face has at least some sort of variation.
Damn.
And there's also the custom faces.
Oh yeah, I've seen like aren't they like Jeremy Clarkson based?
Both that and Railway Series.
Okay.
And there's also the Evil Edward faces.
Oh yeah, those ones look funny. I want to
And
try
also
and make
one that
those
I
look
just
more-
posted on Twitter where Edward is done with the twins' bullshit.
Oh god, I'm scared.
Look, it's on my Twitter, just look at it.
Okay, what have you done? Oh, he's derailed them. He sabotaged them. Oh, this isn't as cool as all that train stuff, but I got DVDs today.
Interesting.
Why did I get them? Well, I'm trying to get the whole series on DVD. Even though I don't like these seasons. Well, I think this is all 22. I think. Even though I don't like 22, I need to buy it for completion's sake.
You're basically forcing yourself to do it, lol.
Yeah, I know. I'm basically like, I don't want to buy it, but I've got to. No one's holding me at gunpoint or anything. I just got to do it for my own.
No, Mattel is holding you at gunpoint, telling you to buy their product.
I'm sorry, Mr. McHugh.
Good. Just keep buying.
Just keep giving us your money. Even though it's not technically the things that are relevant, just keep giving us the money.
And if you don't, and if you're not buying anything and if you stop buying for any second, we're going to shoot you. And meanwhile, I'm also already
Jerome, did you download the Class 24?
What Class 24?
I don't know what they're referring to.
There was no Class 24. Also,
the Diesel Class 24? Or was that a different one?
Also, I'm already brainstorming ideas on how to make an extended season 5 episode edit for Haunted Henry.
Yeah, because we're only missing that one scene with Gordon.
Yeah, but still, I think what we have now is more than enough to make a cool new edit.
Yeah, no, you could make you could either like re-edit the episode with just different angles, or you can make like a whole extended episode.
That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna take all the alternative angles and extended scenes and just try to figure out how to make them work.
You know, the one with Henry when he's talking to Edward is a pretty easy one. Just have him say "stupid bird," and then just have it cut to the
I
bird.
could have him denying it before he sets off. Like, what are you talking about? Ghosts? What are you talking about?
There's no mist.
You're stupid, Edward. Hey!
I'm gonna fucking kill you, Henry.
I'm going to beat the flying shit out of you for that.
Also, about the Diesel 10 Sony thing, I believe Mattel owns the rights to him in terms of merchandise, but Sony owns him in the television and film. But I would say him cameoing is okay without paying.
Rights are a bitch in the ass.
Yeah, no, they can be. Does Mattel own Diesel 10? Do they not own Diesel 10?
Do they own Lady? Do they not own Lady?
Well, Hit obviously had some sort of rights to her because they used her that one time.
My name is Lady, and no, actually, sorry, no, sorry. I'm Britt Allcroft. I mean, lady.
No, you could tell that was just like, yes, this is me.
To be fair, lady wasn't originally meant to talk, so it was kind of like a last-minute decision.
Yeah, I wonder how it would have looked like if she didn't speak. It was just like a telepathic to Thomas.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if lady speaking was a last-minute decision, and which is why Allcroft voiced her, because they needed someone to do it very quickly.
Well, that would make sense because she did a lot of the voice for the test print.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Diesel 10 rarely appears is because they don't know how to write him.
That's the thing. Diesel 10 is the thing is Diesel 10 he is kind of difficult to write for a show like Thomas.
Yeah, because he's meant to be the villain, but there is meant to be no villain for this franchise in theory, in technicality.
No permanent villain. They all have to be one-offs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, you're either going to appear this one time, or by the end of the thing, you're going to be nice. When I was younger, I didn't realize she could talk.
Wait, what?
Did you not hear her say her whole 4 lines of dialogue?
So, Burnett, you forgot about the magic, you stupid dumbass.
You forgot about the magic. I'm surprised no one's made use of that new not the TSI lady model. I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone use that properly.
I think it's because no one has figured out how to use lady yet.
Yeah, I know, but all these tapper stands, they'd make use of her at some point. Question: what are your thoughts on Pink Rosie? Yes, all 2 of them.
I hate Pink Rosie nowadays.
You see, here's the thing: put the model series face on the CGI on the CGI Red Rosie. That's a perfect Rosie in my eyes.
She's a bitch.
What? I didn't actually know Diesel 10 was called Diesel 10 until calling all engines. Well, he's referred to by name several times in the movie, so.
No, in Tatmor,
Diesel.
Yeah, in Tatmor, he's mostly referred to as Diesel. The nickname just came from the film later on.
Yeah.
When you think about it, Diesel 10 is kind of a stupid name. Like his name is just Diesel and a number.
Was it because he was the 10th Diesel?
Probably.
I mean, I just wonder who came up with that name. Was Britt Allcroft on drugs? Was David on drugs? Was Terry Permain on drugs?
I mean, let's be honest. Britt was probably on drugs when she came up with the plot of Tatmor.
She was probably on drugs for a lot of the 90s then, because she always had that say, "Oh, Thomas is magic."
I mean, to be fair, I do think people kind of misunderstand what she means to an extent. I think she just means someone has a very magical connection to kids, because kids can relate to trains of all things.
Yeah, no, I do agree that is probably what she meant, though she took it a bit too far.
I blame Shiny Time Station on that.
Yeah, no, that is. I've never watched Shining Time, so I can't give an opinion on it. But from what little I've seen through the Tatmor movie, it doesn't seem like that good of a show for me.
The show itself is actually pretty charming and fine, but I think because Britt had to introduce the concept of a magical man who can travel between Sodor and our world, I think she just thought, because they had to do that to make a bigger connection between the Thomas stories and the humans, I guess she just thought that she could turn it into a film.
Yeah. Which, I'm not going to say that I fully hate Tatmor, I just hate what it did afterwards.
Yeah, that's kind of what I hate the movie for, really, if anything.
Yeah, no, I don't hate the movie for what it is. Like, yes, it has a lot of problems. but because I grew up with it, I see it as charming.
And at least it's a bad movie that you can tell at least there was effort put into.
You know, like I do agree, like the model team put effort in. I do agree, Brit did 100% bring her A game for it. Just wasn't in the right ways, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder though. What if they put that? What if you give David Mitton that full $19 million budget, and you ask him to make a Thomas movie?
I've actually brought this up to someone, but I don't think that would have been a good idea to some extent, because as great as David is, I don't think he'd do a good job at finding at striking the right target audience. I mean, that's what doomed Tugs.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you on that. Like, David's just gonna okay, let's kill some people.
It's like, as great, David is fantastic as a director and when he co-writes with Brit. But when he's going solo or mostly solo, you can tell he has no idea how to hit the target demographic properly.
Like, he works on Thunderbirds. Yes, I can blow stuff up. He works on Thomas. Okay, I'm working with someone.
I mean, the thing is with Thunderbirds, it's from a different time period, so.
This is a good take. Tatmer is a crossover that no one calls a crossover.
That's true.
Yeah. Thomas and the Star Tugs. Get this film released in cinemas in 2024. What do you think a crossover between Thomas and Tugs will be like? Because I don't think, if you were to have it be a movie, I don't think you could put together some sort of coherent plot.
Well, I think it could work, but you'd have to be very careful with how you write it.
Like, would obviously have to be like the island of Sodor is building a new bridge they're building a bridge from Sodor to the Isle of Man.
I mean, then again, the way I've done it is that I just snuck in Tuck's cameos sometimes. That's all I've done.
You know, I did that recently because I wrote a cranky story last night because I was on a huge season 5 kick, and I was like,
"Gee, I wonder why."
Yeah, I know. And then I was like, okay, and I decided to have the dock manager give out a cranky. And next minute, I just have him say, "If you start pulling yourself together, I'm gonna have Big Mickey over there who'll do your work for you." And just like it's not gonna be like Big Mickey, the David Mitton movie, maybe World War II with Thomas.
The David Mitton movie. Explosions are everything.
See, I feel I wonder. I'd like to see Michael Bay and David Mitton have a talk about
explosions.
Yeah. Because these two, they would have some hell of a discussion just about explosions.
Wonder if David Mitton would have actually. Wonder if that could have happened if the lad was still alive.
You know that. I'm trying to go.
You know, heart attacks do fucking. Oh my god. So wait, that's the David Mitton movie.
David, name's Mitton. David Mitton.
It's not a David Mitton. It's not a Thomas movie. It's just a movie about David Mitton.
Yeah. David Mitton was a British-born man, born in 1947.
He's not British. He was born in Scotland.
Oh, sorry. I was coming up with it on the spot. I didn't remember his nationality.
Dumbass.
David Mitton was a Scottish-born boy born in 1945. He worked on several hit properties such as Tugs. Oh wait, that failed. Thunderbirds. Oh wait, that's dead. Oh wait, Thomas. That's dead again.
And then a dozen news.
Imagine if they did put in some sort of like in memory of David Mitton thing at the end of the Great Discovery, considering that was the last full model thing.
They could have, but I guess it was because they completed it before David died.
Yeah, I know that is probably the reason they did it. But still, that especially with George Collin as well. Imagine if they just put the two of them at the end. That would have been like I know the UK people.
David Mitton and George Collin, the fucks who didn't even work on this film.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've heard things that David like worked on and off with the Hit era, or is that false?
I'm pretty sure he had no involvement with it.
Okay, because I remember, I think it was the Steaming to Legacy documentary thing. I was watching one of the episodes of that, and apparently he did like a final goodbye in like 2008. But I'm like,
I'm pretty sure that would mean he would have just gone to his crewmates and said, "Yeah, farewell, lads."
Well, lads, I'm not coming back. What happens to the Tugs is up to you, lads. Now,
Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna die in a few weeks.
now, if you excuse me, my heart's on a timer. I need to go smoke some crack. David Mitchell invades Soviet Russia.
Okay, that was kind of dark.
Yeah, no, that is David. Oh God, David did not get along. Yeah, that's known for season 7 that he didn't get really along with Hit because they're just like, okay, David, we need you to film this and this and this and this. Use stock footage wherever you can. And David's just like,
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine if Hit hadn't been such a bitch to David during season 7, he might have actually stayed around.
Because David, like, you could like, even though season 7 to me, they're very similar, but they're also extremely different. And the aesthetic of each of them is very much the thing because, like, even though like the visuals are very similar to 8, but the aesthetic hasn't say David always knew just like, okay, we got to put things in the background. This is still a world.
I mean, I think the problem was because of how Hit wanted the cast reduced. There wasn't a lot to put into the background in the Hit era.
Because it's just, okay, we're sticking to a main set of 8. We're not going beyond these 8 characters, other than Arthur, who we'll see at the fishing village sometimes, and Arthur and Murdoch, who we'll use for cameos.
And then an idiot.
How?
It is kind of weird though how in season 8 there were still attempts to get some classic characters like Donald and Douglas in there.
Yeah, no, Donald and Douglas, like they filmed the scene with them. They cut the scene and they get a mention in the Toby episode.
Makes me wonder if some bits from season 8 were written during season 7.
Probably because the seasons.
I mean, a lot of them are the same writers.
Yeah, it was the same writers, and they were probably working on the seasons back to back.
Yeah. By the way, Abby Grant. What Abby Grant is what a Chad.
She's such a nice person as well. Just like, yes, I love you.
She even can laugh at the fact that some people didn't like Percy and the Magic Carpet, despite the fact that's her favorite episode.
Yeah. Then she responded to a fan's upload of Percy in the oil painting.
Oh yeah.
She also liked one of my tweets because she posted like Spencer's ruler pics. And I just commented on the fact that I find it a massive coincidence that I was born the same year he was introduced and share my name with him. And then I also,
Abby Grant, what a legend.
And I also found out that Spencer was actually named after Simon Spencer.
Would make sense since Spencer was introduced. Since I'm pretty sure Simon Spencer would have been involved with the show by season 7, even if he wasn't a producer by then.
Yeah. I'm extremely jealous that he's got the replica.
Yeah, that would also make sense why he has the replica.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, apparently tomorrow we might see the drive with all the leaked behind-the-scenes content that was done a few weeks ago.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Just like more photos that we haven't seen.
Or maybe even footage.
Please. We have just been... This fandom is going to become morbidly obese with behind-the-scenes content.
Yeah, we're getting really fucking fat.
Hit really botched David Mitton's vision of season 7. I believe he wrote them countless letters about his problems with the scripts. Hit ignored most of his gripes apart from hasty puddings, which was changed. Interesting takes. Interesting claims. Are they true, though? We'll
Who
never know.
knows? David is dead, so
Hit is Hit Entertainment still like a legal company?
no, it's. I think the branding still exists, but it's all Mattel now.
Yeah, because something that really confused me, say, for the complete season 19 DVD, it has the Mattel logo on the side. But then for the season 21, they switched it back to Hit Entertainment, and I was like,
I think Hit Entertainment is just a branding thing nowadays.
it seems to be anyway. It's just all it is. Hit Entertainment is basically dead since 2017. Mattel is.
No, they've been dead since Mattel took over in 2012. They just kept the name around until they merged the company with Mattel to create Mattel Television.
Okay. So was that like finalized then in like 2017 then?
I think so. I think it was 2016, but since these specials and such were produced ahead of time, I don't think the name took over until then.
Because it was like Journey Beyond Sodor is when we started seeing the Mattel logo.
Yeah.
Sort of funny how the moment that happened, things kind of started going downhill.
Yeah. I mean, then again, it was still the same producers, so it was just a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, no. I think the problem is the fact that they had to implement these changes like from season to season. Just like it wasn't a gradual thing. It was just like season 21. Okay, boom, change. Say they had no like adjustment season. Say it wasn't with like season 7 where sort of like a gradual adjustment to what became season 8.
Yeah.
Hit now just add an S at the start to describe them.
Hit just being fucking cans, mate.
Their toys were great. Their show for Thomas, not so much. Like, I know there's an appeal to the Hit era, and I definitely have that nostalgia for it. Well, realistically, if I'm to look at this critically, I can't watch it. Like, season 8 definitely has the standouts of the Hit era, if you ask me. Like, I love Fish from season 8.
That's a damn good episode.
That is a pretty damn good episode. I like Spick and Span, Thomas Saves the Day. Halloween is a really good one. It's the last.
I love Halloween.
That's the last good spooky episode of the show. If you ask me, everything afterwards was just like the flatbeds of fear. It wasn't really that bad of a company. It was founded by Jim Henson.
Yeah, it was meant to be like some sort of division or something like that.
My God.
But then again, Hit was still a shit company.
Yeah.
Like they went fucking insane near the end of their run, which is why they had to be sold off.
What were they doing near the end of the run? Because they were doing like Fireman Sam, Mike the Knight, Thomas, obviously.
And they fucking killed off Bob the Builder because of because it just seemed they had no idea what the hell to do with it anymore.
They did like that one season of CGI with like the original style, but then they killed it.
Yeah, I mean that was awful.
Is The Legend of a Golden Hammer any good? I saw the ads for it all the time on the Hero of the Rails DVD, and I was just like, I wonder if that's any good.
I used to watch that one season of CGI a few times, and it's not very good.
Okay. I only saw like one episode, which was really annoying because I really wanted to see it.
They fucked up the specials for those for that run of the show as well. Like Bob the Builder used to be so good at specials, but for that brief run of the show, they weren't specials anymore. They were just a 60-minute story split across 6 episodes that were just so loosely connected.
Oh.
Like, so instead of being one long story, it was just an overarching theme worked into 6 episodes.
Okay. So in other words, it's a marvelous machinery except it's split into more parts.
I mean, kinda.
It became independent in 1989 as Jim Henson was planning to join Disney. Makes fucking sense. Who would want to work for Disney? We all know that they treat their special effects team like shit. CGI Fireman Sam is kind of okay. I think we'll have to agree to disagree on this.
I don't know. I think it's fine for the most part. I just wish they had a better visual style.
You know, see, I like it for the fact that they actually have civilians. They actually introduce more people.
Yeah, that's the one thing the original series really lacked. Like, why the fuck is the town so reasonably sized, but literally no one lives there?
It's just like the same 12 civilians in all these empty houses.
Even though it's implied more people live there.
Just like there's a fire at the Jensen's house. Who are the Jensens?
I'm surprised. By the way, Fireman Sam has been renewed for 2 more seasons as well.
Is it even popular? Because it clearly must be if they're still keeping it going.
I have no idea, but 2 more seasons of the show are coming, so...
Because, like, Fireman Sam, to me, for, like, the last decade, has been sort of swept under the rug, and it's just sort of like, yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, I think it's because Cartoonito in the UK loves Fireman Sam.
Yeah, because that's where it's always been, or at least that's where I have always watched it. It's been on Cartoonito.
I think it must do really well on there, because they aired a lot from what I've been told. And I...
Well, see, that's the thing. Well, Noel Thomas will... When all Fireman Sam... When did Hit get Fireman Sam?
The moment they bought... Okay, the reason why Hit owns Fireman Sam is thanks to Ghislaine Entertainment.
Okay.
Like, sometime before Hit bought Ghislaine bought, like, either the rights or some sort of, like, share of Fireman Sam. And when Hit bought the company, they automatically got the rights to Fireman Sam as well.
Okay. And I'm guessing this had nothing to do with Brad wanting Fireman Sam, because the Ghislaine was like their own thing. With like, it was just...
I think what Ghislaine wanted to do was they wanted to make like their own new season of Fireman Sam. Like, I think they wanted to do what would eventually become season 5. Okay. But then that was held back until Hit took over.
Yeah, because I've only seen like season 5 to like up to CGI, because Cartoonito never showed the original, at least when I was younger.
The original is great, man. It's so charming.
Yeah, I've seen one episode. For some reason, like it was like 2 years ago, I was at my grandmother's, and it was in the morning. I was just scrolling through the channel. It was like there was this really old Fireman Sam. I was just, what's this? I've never seen this. Why is this on in 2020? Why is this on in 2019? Oh, here's the explanation. In 2001, Ghislaine bought 50% of S4C, and in 2007, Hit bought the other 50%. Oh. Cartoonito show the original sometimes around Christmas. Okay.
Sam is the hero next door.
Yeah. Sure.
By the way, Fireman Sam must be doing pretty decent in Germany, because we get a lot of home media releases of that over here. We even have a couple of Fireman Sam. We even have the Fireman Sam films on Blu-ray.
What?
I actually own one of them. Yeah, we have Fireman Sam on Blu-ray over here.
Where the fuck is this shit in my life?
I even have one of them, the most recent film, Norman and the Thing in the Sky, or whatever it was called. Oh. We also got, for a limited time, we got the first CGI season 6 on Blu-ray, but I think that's out of print now.
Okay. Here's the thing, we could technically make our own season 5 Blu-ray now if we want to. Or at least if Tank Merch want to.
Nah, the thing is, it's VHSs, so...
Yeah, so there's only so much that we could, or even if we could.
If we want a true Thomas Blu-ray, we need the 35 millimeter film.
Yeah, no, see, that's the thing. We do need that. And Mattel, They got to start. If they're not doing something now, they want to start pretty fucking soon.
Maybe we should just contact Mattel and tell them, "Hey, we got money. We want the 35mm film."
That's literally what Tank Merch have been doing for years. Just like, yes, I'll take that, Edward. Thank you. Here's the 60 grand. Thanks.
And then they literally got the tapes from someone who rescued them from the trash.
Yeah, I know. Just like the fact that those could have just been put in the bin, lost to time.
We were so if whoever saved the tapes didn't save them, we would have never have gotten this footage.
We would have never known that there was a lot of more stock footage of Thomas pulling Annie and Claire about.
We were so close to losing it.
We were so close to losing the perfect take from James and the Trouble with Trees because they used the fucking blooper in the official thing.
And we also have the shot of the tree falling behind Thomas after he passes the camera.
Just like, James, I'm here to save you. Fuck.
And then the tree falls down. Thomas!
Don't worry. I know exactly how to fix this. Runs over the tree.
Fuck!
See, that's the thing. We can't... Like the hit era.
Wait, what?
We can't get... The hit era... we can't get Blu-rays and stuff like this because they were only filmed in standard definition, which is really fucking annoying.
I mean, I think CGI Fireman Sam is a different story because I'm pretty sure that was produced in HD. Because keep in mind, it wasn't filmed; it was produced because CGI.
Yeah.
But for the hit, Thomas, and also the thing is, CGI Fireman Sam started in 2008, and Hit had already started switching to getting their stuff made in HD at the time. Thomas switched to filming in HD for season 11 and 12. Although even though we only have the HD masters of Great Discovery in season 12.
It's really fucking annoying that of all the seasons we could have the HD master of season fucking 12.
Season 11 doesn't look much better, but man, I would have liked to see the HD version of that.
No, this would be my ideal version. Get the season 11 and Great Discovery Blu-ray with the HD classic filters over them, or whatever they did to make the footage look better than what it was. You're probably better with this Fireman Sam knowledge better than me, Drew.
Hang on, let me look at a clip of Fireman Sam from season 6.
Yeah, okay. Also, I can't wait for the.
Now I'm looking at it. The season was produced in HD.
Okay.
Doesn't help the fact that the CGI in season 6 especially is fucking ugly.
Yeah. He's like, that's the thing with like the Nitrogen era of Thomas or like any early CGI kids cartoons. Just like, they look nice at the time, but now they just look shit.
The thing is, the Nitrogen animation had potential, and on its own it doesn't look awful, but it's when you take a closer look and notice all the shortcuts they take.
You know, you can see the vomit texture they used on the grass.
And you can see every time they reuse animation for like stock animation of a character pushing something, or whenever they use the exact same camera angle, or the fact that a lot of the shit is green screened.
How the fuck do you green screen animation?
Have certain characters on a green screen and then just put them on the scene.
So that's how they did all those tracking shots. No, but still, as much as I like Nitrogen, well, for the variety of rolling stock, that's a Nitrogen's main aspect, and
I mean, the thing is, even then, I mean, the thing is, they had nice variety, but sometimes it didn't make any fucking sense.
yeah, no. As much as I love the rolling stock variety, half the trains didn't make any fucking sense. Like you got to
Like,
work.
you could tell it was also made by a team of people who had no idea how railways worked.
Yeah, just like. Would you think, because apparently Greg Tiernan was a big fan of the Railway series, despite the fact he turned out to be a bit of an ass.
An abuser.
Yes, he abused his workers, and then somehow ended up working on the Addams Family films. Don't ask me how.
Yep.
Do you think he got to keep any of the props since they were on display at Nitrogen? Like, imagine if he owns Duck. Isn't Greg Irish? Yes, Greg is from Dublin, sadly. Out of all the people to come from Ireland, it had to be that fucker. And let's be honest, the ARC team were probably... the ARC and Jamfield teams were probably under similar pressures.
I don't think that much, but maybe.
Because... like, The Adventure Begins was like a very last-minute production, from what we know. So that clearly cut the animation budget, which is incredible considering the animation in 19, 20, and 21 is very good. It's very, very good.
And then you have the CGI in Big World Big Adventures, which I will admit it doesn't look as nice, but there's still a lot of stuff that I like from I feel like they really experimented with the camera, the type of angles they do, especially when they had that new director in the later half of season 24, like Ian Cherry, I think it was.
Yeah.
And if anything, the character animation was kept relatively good.
You know, it's just those few scenes that just look very off. Because like there's that one shot of like Sydney on the Vickerstown Bridge that just doesn't look very finished.
Yeah, I will admit that.
And also I find it funny that the film implies that because like it's like summer when Thomas leaves, but then when he comes back it's like autumn, which means Thomas was away for weeks, if not months. The dipshit.
That's a good point.
Which means Thomas just abandoned his friends for months on end without making any form of communication.
Nope.
That would be like if I left my kids to get milk. They never came back.
Mm-hmm.
And then
don't grumble, give a whistle. This will help things turn out for the best. Didn't
Nelvana animate Beyblade? Or am I thinking of a different animation?
I just like that song. Sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. Let's look at Nelvana.
I mean, Nelvana is a big company. They're one of the most well-known companies from animation companies in Canada.
Yeah, no, because I've always seen the logo like everywhere.
It's also partly because Canada is known for mass producing animation.
Especially children.
Like for fuck's sake, some of my favorite shows come from Canada. Like Friendship is Magic.
Oh yeah, like that's mostly Canadian.
It's almost completely Canadian, with the exception of some of the writers and some of the guest voice actors. Otherwise, 100% Canadian.
Yeah, I was just going to think, oh wait, there was some Lego Ninjago voice actors on it because I saw some interviews with some of them, and I was like, oh wait, no, they're in Canada.
Yeah, if you've heard a voice that you're familiar with, the actor's probably Canadian. Because of like some weird rules in Canada where you get like a big tax cut if you have your staff almost completely be Canadian, you're gonna hear a lot of voice actors in the same voice actor in various shows.
Let's see. Let's look. Okay, I'm getting up a list of their shows. Well, I'm trying to get up a list of their shows. Fucking work. Okay. Okay, Max and Ruby. Franklin and Friends. Mike the Knight. Oh, yeah, no, they did Beyblade.
Yeah, it as you see, Canada is a big place for animation.
What's your opinion on Series 6?
It
Season
kind of
6
sucks, but it also doesn't.
No, here's the thing. Season 6 to me is underrated, but I do agree it is a massive downgrade compared to Season 5.
Yeah, it's
Because like it's got like some of the best episodes, like Twin Trouble, Thomas and the Jet Engine, the Pack episodes, It's Only Snow. Then it's got Jack Frost, and then I just question my existence.
Also, think about it. I think Nelvana actually worked on one of my favorite '80s shows. What was it? I think it was Inspector Gadget.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they worked on the first season of that. So, as you can see, Canadian companies will do a lot of work.
they clearly seem to want it anyway.
Wait, what?
They clearly seem to want to work anyway.
You know, I can kind of see why Mattel would want Thomas to be made in Canada now.
Just like it's cheap. They want the work.
But it also means it's not going to be but it's like it's cheaper, but it doesn't mean the production crew won't give a shit.
Yeah. I still, because so far with the Season 5 tapes, I've only like skimmed through them.
I've both watched 2 tapes in full and skimmed through the rest.
Yeah, no, I watched the Season 6 one. That was an interesting one to see.
The fact that they let the camera roll on the Percy face getting, like, the Percy iMac getting fixed for so long.
Yeah, no, I was just like, damn, this is a good 3 minutes of eye fixing.
Like, holy shit, that's just wasting the film.
Yeah, there was like clips of like Disney movies in them.
Yeah, because the footage was taped over them.
So with these like Disney VHS tapes, and they just taped over them.
I have no idea. There was, from what I can tell, those tapes were wiped and reused multiple times. So or at least could have been. So whatever. So by the time they taped over, they taped that Season 5 footage on it. They just taped over Austin Powers and Hercules.
Yeah. It's just really annoying that we don't have like that once. We don't have like the first 1 or 2 tapes. We're like missing all the scenes.
And what was I going to say? Oh yeah. Just imagine if it turns out that the guy who saved the tapes just snuck away with the first one.
That would be funny. I wouldn't blame him, honestly. I'd do the same. He was like,
I want to keep this. This is very special.
okay, what do you think is the best episode from Season 5? Something in the Air for me.
Haunted Henry.
That's a fair take.
They're both stories that have something with Henry.
Yeah. Henry had honestly had some of like his best moments in Season 5.
Really?
If we got the Season 3 tapes, I might actually like that season. Damn, Season 3, Shane.
No, wait, hang on. Pah, you're late, and that smell is making me ill. It's the fish, you bastard! Well, fuck you. Get those trucks hitched to my train.
There's danger on the rails, that's why I'm late. You're the only danger on the rails, Thomas.
That's such a good line.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Nintendo are starting up a company called Nintendo Studios, so they could own Thomas under that name. Yeah, and have Chris Pratt voice Gordon? I don't think so.
No, fuck off. Thomas doesn't need to go to Nintendo.
They already fuck up their products enough and their copyright.
Nintendo fucking rigs the copyright laws of Japan just so people stop trying to be creative.
Fuck them.
I want to kick Nintendo.
No, see, I love them, but I also hate them. I love their games, but I also hate their business decisions.
I just don't give a shit about Nintendo for the most part.
That's fair enough.
Maybe it's just because I didn't grow up with their games that much outside of the DS port of Mario 64 and Mario Kart DS.
Yeah.
That was a good game though.
This would be cringe. Thomas and Mario crossover? I don't think so, mate.
No, mate. Bad. You know, I do find it kind of weird though how the CGI series is viewed nowadays. It's like people just don't give a shit about it anymore outside of remarking about how bad BWBA or the Nitrogen era was.
Yeah, no, you see, here's the thing. I don't know how to describe how I feel about, because I honestly feel like, well, oh god, well, I don't know what to say. You give your thoughts.
No idea how to put words to it.
Because like, when you look at what the general fandom think about it, there is technically more bad seasons than good.
Yeah, true.
But the good parts are really, really good, if you ask me. Because
it has its good parts, but I hate what they did to the characters too much.
You know, you see, that's one of my biggest issues. Like, even in its good seasons, it flanderized its characters to.
That's one of the worst things a show can do. Just fucking flanderize the characters. And to think that Brenner, like, he worked with Thomas before, and he says he loves the characters, and he did do research, yet he doesn't know how to fucking write this.
No, I'm not. I know I'm not trying to defend those decisions, because a bad episode is still a bad episode. But I feel a lot of that could be down to like Mattel standards. Okay, we need a status quo show. Everything stays the same no matter what.
Could
and over
be,
time,
but here's the thing. All Engines Go is allowed to change the status quo. So
yeah.
I mean, granted, it is very small, but they still change the status quo every now and then. So,
yeah, as in with CGI, you're lucky if the status quo stays within the episode, let alone the season.
Like, the only thing that changes about the status quo is that new locations are added, but then those are either forgotten or, like, thinking about it. The only new location that was introduced in CGI and became a mainstay afterwards is Vickerstown.
Steamworks as well, kind of. Like, that always appeared like every season.
True, but still, Vickerstown is the only one that seems to have really stuck now, considering it made it into All Engines Go and is clearly inspired by the CGI appearance. Although I do love how Vickerstown looks in All Engines Go.
I haven't seen, like, seriously, I've seen the majority of like the first season of All Engines Go, but I don't remember anything. Like,
the thing is, the first half of season 1 is actually pretty weak.
Yeah, no, you see, there's just nothing in my head, and even season 1B, I haven't seen a lot of that. Like, I've seen the one Thomas and Gordon episode. I saw the episodes. Actually, I don't remember what happened in those episodes we watched together when I had COVID.
Did we even watch episodes together? Because I think we only watched the film together.
We watched 2 episodes, but then we went to watch another. But like they had muted the audio at some point throughout it.
Oh yeah, by the way, season 1 is finally finished in the US. So who knows? Might not be long before we get season 2 now with Ashima.
Is Bruno's episode out yet, or no?
No.
Okay. When is season 2 meant to start, or is there any official release?
I don't know, but the thing is, I think they're going to make Bruno a new main character.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So that will be somewhat interesting to see.
I'm still wondering why there hasn't been a fart or burp joke in All Engines Go. You see, you believe it or not, the writers actually have some level of restraint.
I
Like,
mean,
they
the
clearly give a
closest
damn.
to get to a fart joke in All Engines Go is the skunk that appeared like 1 or 2 times, but even then, that's it.
Yeah.
And even then, that's not necessarily a fart joke because it doesn't have the sound effect.
Yeah.
It's just stinky skunk.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Well, no. See, again, I feel like as I've grown older, I'm sort of just like, yes, no, I don't hate these things. You see, I feel like now when it comes to my whole perception of the bad bits of the show, I don't hate them for what they are. I hate them for the fact that they could have been something much better.
True.
Because like that's how I sort of look at the Miller era now, like from a writing standpoint, an animation standpoint.
Yeah.
And same for All Engines Go and the Big World era, because well, I think it's just due to my whole perception of the franchise as a whole, because like it's been with me my whole life, basically. How I got back into the franchise is quite funny. It was in September of 2015.
Oh yeah, because of The Adventure Begins, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I was curious because I was bored because there were no new Minecraft videos that I wanted to watch. So I looked up The Adventure Begins out of curiosity because I'd remember seeing the trailers. And I was just like, oh, Thomas is green. I didn't know that. And I knew about Black James, and I was like, oh, they're doing that from the books. And then I tapped on the video on my DS on YouTube. And thinking it's not like I'm going to get back into this. Well, we see.
Yeah.
Well, we're here right now, so 12-year-old me was wrong. And then the next day I watched Lost Treasure and was even more blown away. Because like, Adventure Begins showed me how great Thomas used to be. Lost Treasure showed me that Thomas still can be great.
Yeah. The thing is, I never left Thomas, even in the worst season.
Yeah.
Like even in the worst seasons, I just went back to and watched the stuff I liked.
You know, that's fair enough, because even that was me as a kid, because like I didn't enjoy seasons 9 and 10. Well, no, I enjoyed bits of season 9 as a kid, but I did not like season 10 at all as a kid. So I was
The thing is, when I was younger, I couldn't tell the difference in quality between seasons I couldn't tell the difference between the quality of seasons 1 till 11. When season 12 rolled around, of course that was fucking different.
He was like, oh my god, that's the one with the moving face. Well, what would it take to leave Thomas? Oh,
I don't know. It's Thomas isn't even my the number one franchise I care about anymore, but I just can't leave it, man.
You know, I'm the same, because it was around the time season 23 was airing. I was just sort of like, yeah, no, I think I need to put this on a back burner for a while. So I got into a shitload of anime. Thomas was just sort of on the back burner. So I was on Twitter.
Oh no, you're a weeb.
Yeah, no, I'm an anime fan now. Yeah,
That's good day.
that's good day.
Nani?
Season 23 made me feel dead inside. Me too, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know. I think the one season from the Big Wolverine Adventures era that I don't look fond back on now is season 22. That feels the most different. Season 23 and 24 just feel like, yeah, there are elements that are utter shit, but otherwise it just feels like standard Thomas stuff that just isn't as good.
Yeah, no, you see, the problem with like season. You see, the problem is with like season 23, or like 22 to 24, is that they've got, let's say, the standard stuff is still the standard same, but they've got no higher up stuff to replace anything else. And then there's the lower stuff that people are just like, yeah, fuck.
Which is ironic because the Big World Big Adventures era is ironically home to certain characters' best episodes.
Yeah, no, because like a Heart of Gold is like Toby's like best CGI episode.
And we also have Diesel Do Right, which is a pretty damn good Diesel episode.
You know, see that feels like a good season 2 or 3 Diesel, if you ask me.
There's also an engine of many colors and James the Super Engine, which I think are pretty good episodes for James.
You know, an engine of many colors. It's one of the few times where I'll be like, yes, that was an extremely good use of the dream sequences. That's my road. My road made me lose interest in other childhood shows. I loved games. I love in games. I love like Minecraft and YouTubers I like to watch. I wish I didn't go along with them.
Okay.
Can you say the thing that Topham said to him when he arrived? Go ahead, Jerome. Say the words.
I wanted Janet's land chick, and that son of a bitch sent me that.
I don't know. I feel like season 22 is pretty standard, but season 23, you have Gordon Gets the Giggles, Too Loud Thomas, or Shivers, Panicky Percy.
I don't know. I actually kind of like Gordon Gets the Giggles simply because you can tell Keith Wickham and Carrie Shell were just going insane in the recording booth.
Yeah, no, they were on some existential crisis drugs right there.
Like, especially Carrie Shell. Shell just went everywhere with that episode. Like he sounded like the Joker at parts with how he was laughing.
I haven't listened to the Carrie Shell dub.
I don't really like the US stuff, but Carrie Shell steals the show in Gordon Gets the Giggles.
Okay. Panicky Percy, I think. Do I want to say
Percy? That's one. Oh, oops. That's one episode I will admit it sucks ass.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Where would I rank? Would that be in my top 10 worst episodes? I don't know.
I don't know. I think there are definitely some worse episodes.
You see, but I feel like with a lot of the worst, or at least what the fandom consider the worst, they're all pretty much the same. But this one...
I mean, can you blame them though? They are terrible.
Yeah, I know. They're all terrible.
Like, you want to know what's funny? I don't hate Fiery Flynn for the fact that Thomas's firebox is on fire. The reason why I hate it is because it portrays a fireman as incompetent.
Fair enough. That's a decent point. Firemen are meant to be people.
I'm sorry, but firemen should not be. I mean, I know you have Elvis from Fireman Sam, but when the moment calls for it, he is competent. In Fiery Flynn, Flynn's just an idiot.
You know, that's fair enough. Also, the firebox on fire thing definitely adds to it.
I mean, the thing is, I think they were going for the fact that something with the fire boss went wrong, but they just don't make it clear enough.
Yeah, like it could be. Isn't there a real thing that can happen with like a blowback or something? Like what happened in Riddy Ronan's video? Like if something like that happened to it, I would understand.
Oh yeah, blowback was incredible.
Yeah, no, that was really, really fucking good.
Especially the climax when the blowback itself happens.
Yeah, no, that was really good. I really.
Oh, look out!
I really love like the intro credits and the whole sequence of Henry going along the Peel Godred line.
The voice cast though was mwah.
Yeah, no, that was good. Like Knapford Harbor as Gordon, that's a permanent cast. That should have been an official cast, if you ask me.
There's also a bunch of old talent appearing. You have Ryan Hagen as the narrator. You have old Square Wheels as Henry. The old Bean as as the Fat Controller, something that hasn't happened in years.
Then we got who was James again? I forget who
And
James was.
Sudrian Afro.
Ah, yeah.
Because
You know,
everybody
he-
knows you're too fat for the branch line.
Yeah, and then Michael White obviously as Henry's driver. That was the main one I knew.
And you had Churro as the director.
Yeah, then you had HK as Harold.
Yes, sir.
That's just like so many fan castings for characters that just feel like they should be the official ones, if you ask me.
Yeah. There was a lot of hard work into getting the casting for Express Engines, right?
Yeah, no, I can definitely tell because they definitely got like some of the best people to do it. Because like 10 he's meant to voice Oliver because from the trailer.
Who?
10 or Neil.
Oh, yeah.
Layton. He's meant to voice Oliver.
You're also
How do
going to
you-
hear some other voice talents in the video.
Yeah.
And
Is the extended railway series worth reading, or is it only worth waiting for the adaptations?
it's worth reading, but there is a shit ton of volumes, man.
How many volumes?
I think over 300.
What the fuck?
Hang on, let me check quickly how many volumes there are.
How many original characters they have?
That I have no idea, but they have a lot. Hang on.
Because they got Castle. Isn't it Brad that's a USA tank?
Yep.
Then they got the one
Okay,
who.
I'm checking right now how many volumes there are of the extended railway series.
No, these like no. When you say volumes, you mean like sets of 4 stories.
Yeah,
Or is
that's
that
what
the
I mean.
Oh god. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they do literal railway series like books thingy.
Okay, so each volume is like a set of 4 stories. Oh, okay. So it's not like 300
Okay, so
stories. No, it's
currently,
300.
okay, so the newest volume is volume 395.
What?
395.
What's the name?
More misadventures of a steam lorry. And you want to know what? And you want to know what the crazy thing is? That's not all. There's also the extended railway series novels.
There's novels.
Yeah, and there's 15 of them.
Now is Express Engines like? Now is Edward the Branchline engine? Is that meant to? Was that the first volume they did?
The very first one they did was called Evan the Private Engine, which Shunter Productions is adapting.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to read the extended railway series, man, good luck.
I think I'll wait for the adaptations. Because then at least I'll know I'll get the good ones. Michael White was on a show called Pablo. Yeah, no, I actually asked him a question when he was doing his stream.
Michael White wasn't just on the show; he's a writer on it.
Yeah, no, I know he's like a proper writer and he's a voice actor on it as well. I found it
Michael
funny.
got his professional start in the industry thanks to Pablo.
Yeah, no, I was asking him a few questions on it when he was doing a stream once, and he said it was a great show to work on. And I've seen a few episodes, and it's a very good representation of autism in media.
And the thing is, the show's being brought back, but is aging up the title character. So
they're pulling a Ben 10 Alien Force.
So yeah, Michael will be returning to Pablo.
I wonder why there isn't a Pablo fandom in the Thomas fandom. Well, that's because
Pablo isn't a big Pablo is a great show for representation, but it's barely known.
Yeah, no, you see, like it is very good. It is very good. Now I watched a few episodes and I have thoroughly enjoyed it, but it doesn't have that like same broad appeal as something say like Paw
The
Patrol
show
has.
is good if you want a show with good autism representation.
Yeah, no, it is very good for that because I saw an episode where he's like the Pablo is like staying at his aunt's house and he has to get used to like all the different noises that he hears at his aunt's house that he doesn't hear when he's at home. And I also found it very funny.
Also, there's an episode where Michael voices an engine, a steam engine.
Yeah, no, he was talking about that episode that he was able to like plug his miniature railway thing in it, and he's actually in the footage driving the engine,
Oh yeah.
which I thought was like really funny. Which is especially funny because he voices like the monkey. I believe it is.
Yeah,
I
he
just-
does.
And I found it so funny because I was in a group chat with him on Twitter at the time. I was like, "Holy fuck! I'm watching someone that I'm in a group chat with voice the
You're
monkey
watching them be a monkey.
on television on Netflix."
Michael, you're on Netflix. I'm still glad that Michael got the opportunity to be a professional writer and voice actor.
Yeah, no, because he's got a lot of talent from what I've seen of his writings.
Oh yeah, Michael even helped with the screenplay for the Express Engines.
Oh, okay. What's the screenplay again? That's like just like the test run, isn't it?
Screenplay is it's the story. It's
Okay.
not that much different from when it says written by.
Oh, okay. So in other words, Ryan Hagen's taking the false credit.
I mean, the thing is, he also helped there. Like,
Yeah, no.
Ryan wrote the original story,
Yeah.
but they revised it and everything to fit the cinematic approach that Aiden is taking.
You know, I can imagine so, because I imagine he cut out a lot of lines just like Percy puffed, Percy puffed, or Percy chuffed, or huff and puff and chuff and chuff.
And Percy also blew up. Wait, what? Boom.
Yeah. Someone stuck a piece of dynamite in his funnel.
Wait, what? Boom. Hang on, give me a second.
Also, I really like. Do you know who made that Harold model that was in Blowback? Because that was a really nice model. Oh, he's gone. Anyone got any questions? Also, to touch up on this a further, but no, to touch up on this more, I can understand that. Though I feel like with the what you need to do with most autism representation shows is you definitely need consultants on people who have the spectrum to get it. I don't know the player Al Henry. Not too sure on Jerome's situation. Or Jerome, Minnesota. Wouldn't mind to play Ralph Henry. Now the old version, I wouldn't want the CGI version. Like if you give the old one the CGI face, then I think it would be perfect. But no, I'd rather get the old one. Jerome, I just found the funniest thing on Twitter. God damn it, he's not there. See, here's the thing, I don't think you can have a definitive representation of autism because it's such a wide spectrum. That's just me personally. For example, I've got Asperger's, which is a form of it. Or at least it's seen as its own thing now, but still falls under the category, I think. Not 100% sure. I have Asperger's too. Okay. Why do Americans say ass burgers? Well, that's because all their burgers taste like ass.
Okay, I am back.
Okay. I was gonna ask you before you left, who made that Harold model that was seen in Blowback? Because that was an incredible model.
That's from Light and Cold Productions, I think.
Oh, okay, no, because does it actually fly, or is it like an invisible tracks thing?
Invisible track.
Oh, okay. No, because I'm very confused with how Harold works in trains.
It's basically the Harold uses invisible track to move around, but there is normally a script applied, or like pantograph script, that allows him to take off.
Okay. Well, so here's a good question. Out of the main 11 characters, which one do you think had the worst personality change?
Henry.
Yeah, Henry or Toby for me. You see, I want to say James, but James's character didn't really change. It was just flanderized to the point where it was something completely different, but still being James at the same time.
Yeah, it was James in CGI was still James, but he was just made incredibly unlikable.
Yeah, he was just the most extreme version of James.
To the point where you just wanted to kick him in his non-existent bollocks.
No, Apology Impossible. I just want to kick his face the entire episode. Who is the real number 12? Well, maybe the real number 12 is the friends we made along the way.
Emily is the real number 12, so shut up.
Fair enough. You see, I feel like they did it too late, if you ask me. Like, if you're going to make Emily a 12, I feel like you should have done it like season 13, 14 maybe? That's just me personally.
The thing is, that number is permanent now. Emily has it in All Engines Go, so
yeah, it's transcended canons.
Yep.
Oh, have you seen all the Toby replicas that have been revealed today?
Oh yeah.
Those are really fucking nice.
Yep.
Now all we need is a gauge. Who's someone that hasn't been made? We need a Gauge 1 Spencer replica. That's someone who hasn't been made. Oh, someone was wondering, do you have a player, El Henry?
I had one at one point, but I sold it off years ago because I didn't need it anymore.
Fair enough. Well, you're a Trains user. In theory, you don't need any merch. All you need is a $1,000 computer that can install a lot of data.
That's the funny thing, though. I make my Trains videos on a nearly 10-year-old gaming laptop.
Jesus.
It's like it still works. It still does the job though, so nothing to
complain. No, because
complain.
I'm thinking your videos still look very well considering it's 10 years old.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just expecting for there to be a surge in Murdoch's Whistle and Emily's Army adaptations now because the new models released today.
Uh-oh.
Which I don't mind, honestly, because I like those stories. And I released a Murdoch's Whistle adaptation like the other day.
And
like,
Emily's Army.
Emily's Army, here to stay. Emily's Army, on our way. Are either of you British? I'm Irish, he's German.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say what you want about our stereotypes. I like the drink.
Me too. In fact, I'm planning a drinking night with one of my pals so we can talk about shitty Thomas episodes while wasted.
That's a beautiful connection of friendship right there.
Friendship is magic after all.
Exactly. That's a beautiful way to connect with your friends and loved ones surrounding you. Watch Thomas episodes drunk. That's how I bonded with my father.
Really?
No. I've been tempted to do a Tatmer drinking game, though.
Give me a second.
Sure. Red Rosie's NWR and 37 bother me. Emily's number 12, and Roby should be 18. Fair enough. I believe the reason Emily got the number 12 is because of those sprite engines. Possibly that, because like Emily being a 12 had been sort of a fan thing since like 2009, I think. Maybe before, maybe before that, maybe after that. Wonder was like being on the internet in 2006. Seen season 9 come out, like season 10. If you can only watch one Thomas episode for the rest of your life, what would it be out of every episode? Something in the Air. That's my favorite anyway. That's my favorite episode, so I assume that will be the one I will watch anytime. Oh, what a to be, Johnny Song. I mean, do we really want Harvey to be the number 12? He's 27, even if he arrived with it. Actually, where does Harvey fall under? What numbers he?
Actually, I just had a crazy thought.
What?
Hang on. Oh yeah, imagine if fucking the buried truck ended on working on All Engines Go.
I would love to see him tackle.
I mean, the thing is, he technically could because he's Canadian.
Yeah, I know. He lives in Canada.
So he technically could do that.
What's your favorite season 1 episode? Thomas and the Breakdown Train.
Off the rails.
Yeah. So many good. See, I want to. If you were to choose any finale to be a finale for the show, which would you choose to be the finale?
Hang on, what?
Say out of all, what would you choose to be the finale of Thomas out of any episodes that we or special that we have?
Royal Engine, because it just works. Like it's a very simple but very finale-like story, and that's what Thomas should be—a simple story to end it on.
That's a fair enough statement.
I mean, think about it. Wilbert originally wanted to end the show on not the show. I mean, the books on.
Yes, Wilbert had his own television show that he produced from 1945.
But yeah, like think about it. Wilbert originally wanted to end the books on Duke the Lost Engine, which, despite being a fantastic book, has so many great things about it, is still a very simple book.
Yeah. I sort of like the way the Tramway Engines is sort of the finale, at least to the main 20, at least to Wilbert's tenure, because that way we sort of get a goodbye to all the main parts of Sodor. Like Enterprising Engines, you could say is like the finale to the mainline crew. Oliver the Western Engine, you could say, is the farewell to the small railway. Well, no, I suppose it's the finale to like Duck and his gang.
Duck has a gang.
Yeah. Just like the small railway engines, just like Donald and Douglas, Oliver. And then the Duke the Lost Engine is sort of like the finale to the Narrow Gauge and the Mid-Sodor in technicality. And then Tramway Engines is the finale to the Farquhar branch group.
True.
And you could also argue the mainline engines is the finale for Edward's branch line.
It's also the finale for Edward because Edward doesn't appear in any more books from Wilbert's run after this.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. He doesn't appear in any of the books afterwards, which means he was at the works for all those years. He never got repaired. He's still sitting there.
He's still sitting there, and it's just a burning memory.
These
Like,
memories.
Heartaches, heartaches.
Okay, I've come into a dilemma. My computer is frozen.
Uh-oh.
If I go, I'm sorry. Well, no, I think I'm actually fine. It's just like I can still talk to you and everything. It's just I can't move my screen
Uh-oh.
and I can't read comments because I'm on Twitter right now. Hang on, I'll get my phone. We can still read comments. My only concern is how I'll properly end the stream when it comes to end.
That's the reason why. Sing a song for Gordon. He's big, he's fast, he's proud. I love that song a lot.
You know, I don't. It's definitely one of the better hit era episode, better hit era not episode, but songs to me.
I don't think any of the hit era songs are necessarily bad. They just have weak lyrics at worst.
Yeah, I don't like. I can't stand What Makes an Engine Happy personally.
Maybe it's a guilty pleasure song for me.
Yeah.
What makes an engine happy? What makes an engine sad?
What do you think the show would be like if the 93 pilot didn't fail? 1953 pilot didn't fail.
You probably wouldn't have the show we have today because imagine it could have been a butterfly effect.
Yeah, no, it would be very, very different. Doing it right is underrated in my opinion. What's doing it right?
Whatever job we're doing, make
yeah,
sure
yeah,
you're doing it right.
Well,
Stop.
I thought they were referring to like the Fergus episode, to a Fergus episode or something.
No, it's a season 10 song.
Yeah, I know it's the season 10 song, but I thought they were referring to Fergus.
I do like that song though. It's really nice.
You know, that's actually the ones I enjoyed. I really like sounds. That's my
Yeah, that
favorite.
one's great.
Hmm.
That's the thing I don't understand about the hit era though. Why did they have a separate composer for the songs and a different one for the
show
incidental
itself.
music?
You know, that's a very weird decision.
Especially like, why didn't they just have Ed Welch do all the music? The guy is talented as fuck.
That would be very interesting to see.
Because here's the thing, Ed Welch has his own music style.
You know, he does
Like-
have very much of his own music. You see, I feel like what stops me from putting The Great Discovery is like one of the better Thomas. Like it's still in like my top 5, but I think the thing that stops me from putting it like up near like the top 2 or 3 is its soundtrack.
I don't know. I think the music is really good in the Great Discovery. Maybe not something you'd expect for like a finale to like a certain era, but it is very good music. But there is some fantastic stuff in there, especially with the piano.
I will admit I love the theme where Thomas like discovers great waters, and that's the best one from the film, if you ask me.
No, I also think that the music that plays when Thomas is on the
when he's on the bridge,
is
that's a really good one.
fantastic.
You know, those are like the best composed scenes in the film. But I mean, like, say, like the ending theme is just the climax theme from Calling All Engines again. That's my main issue.
Fair enough.
Because, like, I saw someone they took like the Jobs Are Plenty. That's a fucking banger.
Jobs are plenty, 5 to 20 jobs for everyone.
I find it so funny that it was only in like the last 2 years that we got access to like the extended version.
Yeah.
and it's just made me wonder: are there any other songs that are currently like that? So is there like an extended? Is there like an extended?
I can imagine that's the case for a lot of the CGI series songs.
You know, I was just gonna say the same. Like, there's probably like extended cuts of like "All You Need Are Friends."
I mean, the thing is, there is an alternative cut of the original version of Go Go Thomas, but the only access you can get to it is through the Hero of the Rails Wii U game, because that's buried within the game files.
Is it in the DS version?
No, in the Wii U version.
Oh, okay.
Like, there is the full 3-minute cut of the song, and the full 3-minute instrumental.
Okay. We are the narrow gauge engines.
That's a good song, though.
You know what?
The narrow gauge engines.
See, when I first got back into the show and I heard that song, I was just like, wait, I didn't hear that one. And that's because it was only on Engines and Escapades.
Yep. But it's a good one, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, because I finally got the DVD like a few months ago. I was just like, damn, this song was a fucking bop. And it's like the last hit era song.
Well,
Well,
technically, the
that-
last hit era songs are the ones from Great Discovery.
Yeah, but it's the last like main series one. Like those are special specifics.
True.
Well,
The
technically,
thing I
the
just
last
find hilarious about Ed Welch is that so much of his music sounds like either 80s or like old piece or like 90s PC game music.
yeah.
Which is actually funny because I think he actually used a lot of synthesizers from that era.
Okay. I was just gonna say it's kind of funny that all Thomas, you're the leader. It's the last hit era song, and it's not even composed by Ed Welch.
Yep, the last song Ed Welch composed was Where is Thomas?
Not his best work, if you ask me personally.
I do like that song though. I like it because it has a very mysterious tone to it. Because no one has a clue where the fuck Thomas is.
I don't like how the song's called "The Narrow Gauge Engine's" cute. Fair enough.
They are cute.
Although they're small and strong, they're really useful.
When you really think about it, Henry and Edward got the short end of the stick when it comes to songs. They only have one.
They get to share a song.
Exactly. And it's not even exactly about their character. It's just that they're good at working together.
Thoughts on Stanley?
He's meh.
Yeah, no, he's very meh. Like, after his introduction, he just did nothing.
Apparently, Ian McHugh actually wanted to get rid of Stanley.
Yeah, there was that whole wiki thing. But then Michael White was just like, oh, wait, no, he's got a massive meme.
So, yeah, we gotta keep him around to some extent.
Yeah, no, he went to space, guys.
Okay, we'll keep him around.
What do you think is Edward's best moment in the series? I want to say Edward's exploit or Old Iron. One of those.
Yeah.
Now, well, I feel like with Railway series, I would say Edward's exploit, obviously. But then with the television series, I think I would have to put Old Iron because, let's be honest, they could have done it a lot better. The adaptation of Edward's exploit.
Yeah, it suffers from the limitations they had at the time.
Like even if they did it like in season 3, I feel like they would have taken the liberties. Like, okay, let's damage this thing.
But yeah, Old Iron, they went full out with the adaptation. The chase scene is fantastic.
I love that shot where it's just tracking James and Edward. The camera lifts up, goes over the bridge, and then drops back down.
Yeah.
Just like you can tell the model crew were just like, okay, let's make a bang.
Also, actually, I just thought about this. Maybe the reason why Stanley kept changing VAs in the US dub was because of the fact that Ian wanted to get rid of him and was like, I don't care if he's consistent, just get him out of here.
let's just get him over with. Who's on set? I'm here, boss. Okay, you're voicing them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I'm trying to think, what did Stanley, what did he do after the Great Discovery?
He was just an NPC half the time.
Yeah, I know, because like he did like one or two things in season 12, not much. And then he was like the center of one Christmas episode in the Miller era, or the Nitrogen era, and then that was it. Basically a cameo.
Yeah.
Also we get Charlie's voice.
Well, I can't blame Ian McHugh for wanting to get rid of him, really.
Yeah, no, he was just sort of like, yeah, he's here. Doesn't do much, but he's here.
Who knows? Maybe that's the reason why Stafford disappeared after season 20.
Yeah, I was just thinking, when was the last time we saw Stafford? He disappeared after.
I think it was in All in Vain or one of the Daisy episodes, and then his brief mention in Kenji on the Rails again.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, like, the last time he was mentioned was Kenji on the Rails, but when was the last time we've actually seen him or he spoke? Because, like, the last time he spoke was definitely the Daisy episode, but his last appearance could have been All in Vain or Palpy Games.
Now let me check that quickly.
It all depends on production order or release order.
Hang on, Stafford. Okay, Stafford's last appearance was a cameo in Philip's Number.
Damn.
No, actually, a cameo in the Big Adventures film. Then he disappeared, and outside of the brief mention in Kenshi on the Rails again, he just didn't exist anymore.
Okay. That's basically the same from Avis. After 21, she just didn't exist.
I mean, granted, we never went back to the quarry, so
That's actually a fair point. We never did see the quarry again. Who else did? Because like, there's just so many characters that like disappeared after season 20. Like Connor
Dalton
and
Douglas didn't appear again after the Big Adventures movie, but granted, they barely appeared in season 20 and 21.
You know, they had their one they had their cameos in 20. Then they had
No. Here's the thing. Oh, but in season 20 and 21 altogether, Dalton Douglas only appeared 4 times.
Yeah, because I'm thinking their main cameo appearance I can think of was when they're double heading an express train and Toby's new friend.
And in Dowager Hat's Busy Day, they were part of the engines that were like messed up thanks to her being a bad controller. But otherwise, outside of their starring role episodes, they just didn't appear at all.
I feel sorry for the animators. They just had to rig them, test them, only for them to have barely any appearances.
Yep. Oliver also disappeared, but he did briefly appear again, so...
Yeah. Spencer disappeared, according to Thomas Theorist.
I mean, he did disappear after an engine of many colors, but he was briefly mentioned in Nia's Bright Idea.
Okay.
The Christmas episode from season 24.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
That one was actually all right.
You see, I can't remember anything from like 22 onwards.
You're
other than like a few things.
You're stupid.
No, I'm not stupid. It's just that those seasons are shit.
Yeah, but those are decent episodes that you're forgetting.
Yeah, I know they're decent episodes, but other than like the specials, I can't think of anything that stands out. Oh, someone just made a very good point. I feel sorry for whoever made Dustin.
No, boy.
Imagine just going to the effort of sculpting him, rigging him, testing him, exporting him, only for him to not appear at all. How would you rank all the Thomas specials? You want to go first, Jerome?
Okay, bottom one is Day of the Diesels. Then comes Misty Island Rescue.
Wait, are we including the 22-minute specials?
Nah.
Okay.
Then comes Calling All Engines. Then comes let me think. King of the Railway. Then comes Legend of the Lost Treasure.
I'm
Then
gonna fucking
comes
stab you for that.
come at me, bitch. Then,
I disrespect your opinion. Get the fuck out.
and then there's Blue Mountain Mystery. Then there's Hero of the Rails. And then there's Journey Beyond Sodor. No. And then there's Big World Big Adventures. Then there's Journey Beyond Sodor. Then there's The Great Discovery. Tale of the Brave, and then The Adventure Begins.
That's a fair enough ranking. I can get along with that. I respect that opinion. Except I currently have 6 assassins outside your building right now for your ranking
shit.
of Lost Treasure. I disrespect that
Come at
opinion.
me, bros. You can't respect my opinion? Come at me.
Oh no, I would put it bottom 1, Misty Island. Then Day of the Diesels.
I'll be honest. Misty Island Rescue was terrible, but at least it has tension in it sometimes, and there is some good, and there are some decent bits in there, and
Yeah.
at least it's entertaining. Day of the Diesels is boring.
You know, see, here's the thing: you can easily swap them. I feel just like, then I would say Big World Big Adventures. Then Magic Railroad, Calling All Engines. I don't really know where to put JBS because I haven't watched that in so long.
Yeah, Journey Beyond Soda is weird because it's probably the most mature of the Thomas films, but it's destroyed by the tonal clash with the cartoony elements.
Yeah, no, you see, here's the thing. I like it up until the ending. The ending drags it down extremely far.
I don't know. I just like to view it as Frankie pretending to cry.
That's a good way to put it, actually.
The ending becomes a lot better because it means everyone got fooled by the masterful Frankie.
Yeah. And then Hero of the Rails, Great Race, JBS, Tale of the Brave. See, Tale of the Brave is also a weird one for me to rank because I've only watched it in full like twice.
I adore Tale of the Brave.
You know, I will admit it does have very nice character moments.
I like the fact that it's more of a character movie than a story movie.
You could argue that with CGI Thomas as a whole. Say it's not a very train-based show; it's more character-based.
Yeah, but the thing I do like is that Tale of the Brave is a very strong character movie, and it's not exactly about. There isn't exactly a story because the focus of Tale of the Brave is the characters, and I think it does a wonderful job at that.
Yeah. Then I would say Great Discovery and Blue Mountain are tied for me. I always keep switching which one's better. And then Adventure Begins and Lost Treasure up top. That's it for me.
Legend of the Lost Treasure is not that good, by the way. People are just blind.
Fucking this bitch come at me.
I mean, the thing is, I've discussed this before. I despise Thomas's characterization in Legend of the Lost Treasure.
I like it because it's pure railway series dickish Thomas.
No. Here's the thing. Thomas is not that kind of an asshole. He doesn't lie. He doesn't go too far by causing accidents by being an utter idiot. And he doesn't put Engine's health at risks. That's something Thomas wouldn't do.
Fair enough.
Like, think about it. The only time I can think about Thomas actually lying, like before, like, I'm not counting anything from the Nitrogen era or anything like that. The only time Thomas lied was in the book Thomas Tells a Lie, where even then he does it unintentionally. He tries to do it intentionally in Legend of the Lost Treasure, which is not Thomas. Like, here's the thing. It's similar to James. Thomas is kind of in character, at least with his, like, dickish side. But they turn it up to such an extent because they want to make him as unlikable as possible in the beginning, so you feel, I guess, more satisfied when he becomes good again. But that's fucking destroys it because they go too far.
I can agree with you to a certain extent, but I feel like after that scene, Thomas's dickishness is more in line with his Railway Series persona.
I don't know. The fact that he put Ryan's health at risk, that just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, no, I can understand you for that. You know, but to each their own, I suppose. Opinions are opinions, after all, and we're not going to go to war for them.
Yeah, but your
Anyway,
opinions are invalid.
Same for yours. That's why I've got 6 nukes locked on your house.
You don't even know where I live.
I've examined your activities enough. I know I can get it. I can pinpoint an estimate. How many civilians will be hurt?
That's just funny to think about.
I've surveyed you enough. You've given me enough hints through your messages. I've studied Germany civilians.
You've studied Germany civilians? Okay, then where do I live?
Poland.
Wait, what? Did you just say Poland?
Yes, as a joke.
Well, shit, I guess I actually live in Poland now.
Yes. German of Sodor, take it back or I'm calling the FBI, CIA, and the police.
Make me.
I remember when I was younger, I called Luke Josh before the special came out. Interesting. What gave you the impression that their name was Josh? Was it the trailer? Was it your inability to hear?
Wait, what?
Yes, somebody said that they thought Luke was called Josh until Blue Mountain came out.
My god.
Though to be fair, we were all very confused on how you pronounce Bo's name until his character profile came out.
True.
Like I always pronounced it Bew, but I always figured I was saying it wrong because I just wanted an engine called Josh. Well, that's where OCs come in. That's where you create a Richard, an Alfred, or a Timothy.
Timothy!
Not that Timothy. The Timothy we don't talk about anymore because both people involved with him and turned out being assholes. Who would you say is the best fan OC?
Oh. That's difficult.
A lot of Wild Northwesters ones come out to me because they feel very ingrained into the universe. My assassin got him. He's dead.
Hooray! Now let's hijack his channel!
Let's get those 40k subs. I think. I want to say Richard because I just like him that much.
Richard, sir. Oh shit, sir. Sorry, I took a shit on the rails.
Then again, I don't know who. It's just. All right. I'm genuinely trying to think this over now. Oh,
to Mainland's crew. They've got some pretty cool OCs.
True.
Maybe, actually, I think Bertha, maybe, from Mainland.
Oh yeah.
He's making a sequel to that now that the Murdoch's been released.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be cool. He's also making that the Dudley saga from the Berry Truck, which I'm very excited to see.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped for that. I've heard a test sample of Silver as Dudley, and my god, you're in for something.
Oh, okay. Does he have an estimated release date for it, or is it just
Nope, not yet.
okay? Is he going to upload it as like one film, or is he going
I
to
have
upload
no
it? in
idea.
parts? Okay. No, because I can't wait to see that because I'm just a massive fan of the Berry Truck's work in general. Dude is choking. Yeah, no, he choked. I that was my assassin. My name is so common, but there it has the rabbit from the Magic Railroad parody. That's actually a very good film. I'm just gonna say that's my favorite OC.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite OC. Who reads the New Yorker?
And also he. Oh, what was I going to say?
You were going to say something. Tom Moss is one of the best fan OCs.
Who?
Tom Moss. You know that Mossy Thomas that you sometimes see merch of on eBay for like $100?
No.
How do you not know about this?
Maybe I'm just an uncultured Schwein.
Yes, you are.
Shut the fuck up. I will kick you I will kick you up the arse, mate.
What do you think out of season 1 and 2 is the best theme?
Either the Runaway theme or the Viaduct theme.
I really like the Watermill one. And James's theme. That's just a catchy tune.
Oh yeah, the thing I find amazing is that since Tank and Merch has released the tapes now, we have even more of the deleted Oliver's Find scene.
Do we?
Yeah, there's a couple of there's like 3 additional shots that are focused on Oliver before Henry and James leave.
Okay, so yeah, we can just make season 5 extended edition now.
It's season 5 director's cut edition.
That's honestly the best way to put it. If we can
except
get
that we don't have the script, so we have to improvise shit.
I was just gonna say if we could get the original scripts, that would be. Because we know someone has. I'm not gonna name names, but we know someone has the original Missing Coach script, or at least has access to it. Wasn't gonna say it, but okay. Also, he has the Down the Mine pilot script, but we're not gonna hold that against him.
Yeah.
It's not like he held a folder of over 1,000 behind the scenes images.
That we totally didn't see get to see because someone actually thought to take some balls and leak them.
Yeah, I wonder who it was.
Actually, the thing is, we still don't know.
Yeah, see, we don't know. We know someone tried to sell them for like $200, but
then someone and the drive is being released tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I wonder what new stuff we're going to see. That's going to be cool as fuck.
Oh, I hope there's some additional goodies in there.
Please, more Snow Machine.
Oh my god!
The fact that they had to say there are no Snow Machine ruler picks.
just broke my heart.
What's with people's obsession with the fucking snow machine?
I think it's just because we barely saw it. To the point where it's basically just become a meme. Like, I now owe everyone in the fandom a drink and a meal whenever I meet them.
Well, are you looking forward to that?
I've said many times on Twitter, I'm never going to financially recover from this, and I'm perfectly okay with that.
You dug your own grave there, mate.
I know. Gonna have to waste my inheritance.
Your parents be like, son, why are you broke?
I spent 6 billion grand on food.
Son, why? How did we fail? What did we do wrong?
You gave me the money too early.
Boom.
It's like I could have invested that money in stock shares. I could have bought Mattel, but no.
No, you could have bought GameStop stock.
That would have been the best decision to make. My local GameStop actually went out of business.
Oof.
Yeah. But no, I decided to buy everyone in the fandom a 5-star meal, along with a €600 drink.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay, maybe I think I have an alcohol problem.
Yeah, no, you seem to get... Well, whenever you get drunk, you record stupid shit.
Yeah, when I get drunk with my friend, we're planning to record ourselves talking about Thomas episodes.
Okay.
Like, kind of like I guess a little bit like Saber Spark when he did the drunk recap of